Hello friends, welcome to my channel and today we'll discuss about SQL Server constraints. So there are many constraints in SQL Server like primary key constraint. It means it enforces the data integrity and like the data should not be duplicate. And foreign key constraint, in that case it ensures the referential integrity. It means suppose we have a employee table and we are making a foreign key reference with the department table on department ID. So it will allow us to insert only those department IDs in employee table which IDs are present in department table. So that is called referential integrity. Then third one is not null constraint. It means it will not allow to insert null in the table. Then we have check constraint. In that case, we can provide the a range of the values so that it should be like greater than or less than kind of things we can provide into that. And the next one is default constraint. In that case, it allow us to provide or insert a default value while inserting if we are not providing any value to that column, and if we have any value to provide, so it will take that value. Then we have unique constraint, which allows to have unique values in the table. And the only difference from the primary key is it allows one null value also. So for the purpose of showing the things with the example, I have provided all these kind of constants in a single table. Ideally, it may be not required all the time to have all these constants in a single table, but yeah, just for the purpose of example I've given that. So if you see here, I'm just going to create a table called employee, and I have given the example of all these constraints that I mentioned above. So if you see, I'm going to put primary key on this employee ID. It means it will allow non-duplicate values for this column. Then we have department ID. On that, I'm providing the referential key with the department ID. It means it will create a foreign key reference with department ID from department table. Then we have name, on which I'm showing this not null constraint. So it will only allow non-null values. Then I have age column. This we can use for the purpose of suppose we have a website wherein we have to just take the registration of the users whose age is greater than 18 years only. In that case, we can have the check constraint on that particular column. So if we are putting the age value less than 18, then it will not take and it will give us the error. So I'll show you those things with example. And then we have like created date. On that, I'll show that default date or like default constraint. In this case, if I'll not provide anything while inserting in this table for this column, it will take default value as a get date. And then I have this PAN number. On that, I'll show the example with the unique key constraint, that how it will work. It will not allow duplicate values on this column as well. So if you see here with the example, I have given this insert statements to show those things. If you see here in this employee table, I have one value inserted already. So if I'll go and try to insert this, see, since employee ID 1 is already there in the table, so it is giving me the violation of primary key. Cannot insert duplicate key in object employee. And it is showing that value also, that one value that I'm trying to insert here is employee ID is already present in the table. Now, if I go to insert this second statement, this is example of foreign key reference. So if you see here, it is saying the insert statement conflicted with the foreign key constraint, that is foreign key constant name. The conflict occurred in database this, table name this, and column department ID. What is the reason? If you see, I'm providing here the department ID value as 10. And if you see in department table, I have only department IDs up to 4. So it is not allowing me. If I'll just provide here, say 2 or say 4, it should allow. So now it has taken this. Okay. Then I have this not null. So with not null, I have this entry. Let me put something like this. The name is not null, so I should provide basically like this, or say 10. It is saying cannot insert the value null into column name because name is a not null constraint. So it is not allowing the null. Okay. And if I'll just provide a valid name, then it should allow. Okay. In this case, span is different. So I'll say, then I have a check constraint. What is there in check? I provided the check constant like the age of the user should be or employee should be greater than 18, and I'm providing here the value as 17. So it is giving me error like the conflict occurred in database this, table this, and column age because it is not fulfilling the requirement of this constraint. So I should provide this value more than 18 only, then only it will take. So if you see, now it is taking that. Now on default constant, let us check on default one. So if you see here in employee table, what all values I have now, I have this these IDs and these many values. Okay, so if I'm going to insert this with employee ID 5, let us see what is going to happen. I have this employee ID 5 inserted with default get date because I'm not providing here the created date value. If you see here, so what it is taking, it is taking the default value of the date which I provided in this create statement. Now if I'm going to provide in the next statement this get date minus 2, then it will take this date. If you see here for employee ID 6, it is taking 2 days back date because I just asked to take get date minus 2. So it means how this default date works. If you provide any date, then it will take that one. If you are not providing any date or any value to that column, it will take the default value which you have provided. Okay. Now the last one is unique constraint. Unique constraint always allow to have the values unique. If I'm going to insert this, so if you see, it's saying cannot insert duplicate key in an object employee. The duplicate key is this. Since this The unique constant is there on PAN number, and this PAN number is already there in our database. If you see here, the very first entry, employee ID 1 is having this PAN number already in the database. So if you want to insert this, you should have a unique PAN number. So I hope this helps you to understand how constraints works in SQL Server, and the usefulness is we have these constraints to have our data integrated